Happy Friday, Golden Eagles. This month is Native American Heritage Month. Winter map testing is on December 4th, and winter break is going to start on Wednesday, December 20th. Just a reminder that the first day back for spring classes will be Thursday, January the 4th, so please put that on your calendar. Happy Student of the Week to our middle school student Willow. She's super organized, super creative, always on time, super independent, turning in all of her assignments when due, the excellent VLC student. For our high school student of the week, we would like to recognize Makai. Makai shows great initiative in his work, his self-advocacy, attention to detail, and is very impressed by all of his teachers being the all-around VLC student. A big shout out to our student ambassador, Aaliyah, who was crowned Miss Commonwealth of Kentucky Star, also taking home the big crown of Novice Supreme, and she is on her way to nationals this summer. Congratulations. If you haven't had time to register, it's not too late. There is an If I Can, You Can all-boys conference this Saturday at Tage Creek High School. The opportunity is free. There's pep rally, door prizes, and swag. Boys only. Please see the link in the chat to register. Ms. Stevens is sending out the gift cards finally. Congratulations to all of our winners, and please be checking your mail super soon. Just a reminder that we are using EOS. You should see the button at the top of your Canvas homepages. And if you have any updates, you can start to communicate those to Miss Moon, who is our PBIS coach, and check your email for our updated PBIS newsletter.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to your Friday announcements. I'm 8th grade ambassador Amber Joy Milligan, and if you didn't know, I announced the birthdays of the week. For this week, we have Stella Jackson in 12th grade who had their birthday on November 14th. And then for celebrity birthdays, we have Anne Hathaway on November 12th, Jimmy Kimmel on November 13th, King Charles III on November 14th, Pete Davidson on November 16th, and then Danny DeVito on November 17th. Now we are going to move on to our mindfulness segment. This week, we're going to be talking about bullies, since I know some of the middle school is going over that topic in homeroom right now. Now, I know you've probably heard some of the things I'm about to say at least a million times, but let's get started with some things to do if you're being bullied. I know we don't have to worry too much about physical bullying since we are in a virtual setting. However, there is unfortunately a thing called cyberbullying. Now, this can happen through any electrical devices, and I hope it doesn't happen too much within our school. But here are some ways to protect yourself if you are being bullied or cyberbullied. My first tip is to be the bigger person. I know it may not seem easy sometimes, but just walk away or block them if that's going down online. But there are ways you can avoid these type of people, and you can also block people on email. I don't know if too many people know about that, but you can block people on Outlook. And also, don't engage with that person and don't give them fuel to get a reaction out of you. And if that doesn't work, if they don't leave you alone after that, please tell a trusted adult. And let's be real, sometimes that does not work. However, that does not mean you should give up. Try again with another adult. And I know sometimes the bullies are like, you better not tell anyone. Please don't believe them in whatever threat they're using. You should always tell an adult as soon as something starts happening. And if you're on social media, always think about what you post. Don't shade people online, and don't say anything hurtful or embarrassing to someone else. This isn't the best way to go about that, and I know you may think you're cool, but it's not. And then think about your privacy. Who sees your post? Do you know those people? And I know some people want to go viral on social media, but you shouldn't be posting personal things about yourself that can easily be accessed by any stranger. And keep your parents updated. I've made this mistake before by not doing so. Tell them who your friends are. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them if someone's bullying you, because I guarantee they'll be quick to shut that down real quick. Also, listen to them if they have something to say about anything you do online. I know my mom once told me she had a bad vibe about someone I was supposedly friends with, and I respected her opinion on that. And then last but not least, talk to a trusted adult if you ever get a message that makes you feel unsafe in any way. And also, I know some social media platforms you can report a user for doing shady stuff. So if they threaten you, you can just report them. Anyhow, that wraps up my segment this week. It was a pretty serious talk, but I'll see you next week.
Yo, it's your girl, Rispa Caraballo, 11th grade student ambassador, back with the culture segment. So, I have been informed by the wonderful and life-saving Mrs. Brewer that November is National American Indian Heritage Month. This week, we are celebrating the Cherokee Nation. This week, we have not one but two icons or important people. We have Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. and Kimberly Teehee, and she was actually the first Cherokee delegate to Congress. Fun fact, prior to the 18th century, the Cherokee lived in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, and Alabama. Today, the Cherokee Nation Reservation is in northeastern Oklahoma. There are more than 450,000 citizens. 100,000 citizens of the Cherokee Nation, which is the largest of the federally recognized tribes in the U.S. Now, instead of a saying for you guys, I have facts about the Cherokee alphabet. The Cherokee had the first written language outside of Central America. In 1809, Sequoyah, a Cherokee silversmith, determined that a written language would be helpful in dealing with white settlers. He used the letters of the English alphabet and modification of those letters to create the Cherokee alphabet. By the end of the 1820s, the Cherokees in Georgia had a higher rate of literacy than the white people in the state. And lastly, the Cherokee national holiday commemorates the signing of 1839 Cherokee Nation Constitution, which reestablished the tribe's government in Indian Territory after forced removal from the Cherokees' original homelands. It is an annual celebration that draws tens of thousands of visitors each year. This year's theme is Building Our Nation, Strengthening Our Sovereignty. The celebration includes such sports such as archery, softball, stickball, car and quilt shows, marketplace, entertainment, parades, and an intertribal powwow. Wow, I don't know about you guys, but I have learned so much about the Cherokee today. And of course, a special thanks to Miss Brewer for her help and the awesome information. That's all, Golden Eagles. Have a wonderful week and Thanksgiving. See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Hi everyone, it's 9th grade student ambassador Gabby Sharonfont here with your weekend weather and fun fall events. So for today, it looks like we're gonna have a high of 60 degrees and a low of 36 degrees. And it's gonna be raining out, so if you're going outside, make sure to bring an umbrella or a raincoat, stuff like that. And for Saturday, it looks like we're gonna have a sunny day with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. For Sunday, it's going to be a high of 55 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. The average high for this weekend is 56 degrees, and the average low for this weekend is 35. Pretty cool. Now for some fun fall events. So going on this week, we have a planetarium taking place at the Living Arts and Science Center located at 362 North Martin Luther King Boulevard, Lexington, Kentucky, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The price is free. It looks like you can explore hands-on exhibits and do other fun activities. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Golden Eagles, see you next week. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Mila, 6th grade student ambassador. For today's riddle, we have a bit of a tongue twister. And it is, I'm the beginning of everything, the end of time and space, the beginning of every end, and the end of the every place. What am I? You can pause the video and answer in the chats. The answer is the letter E. Bye.
This is the Hologram Great Ambassador Julio Rod. Your day in history and quote of the day. On this day in 1869, the Suez Canal was opened. After 10 years of construction, and the cost was double the original estimate. And also, did you know, on this day in 1855, the explorer David Livingstone became the first European to hit the Victoria Falls. And here is one of my all-time favorite quotes. Don't focus on my disabilities, but rather focus on my abilities. I'll see you in the next Friday.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my segment. I am Javis Caraballo, Freshman Student Ambassador, back with your Friday announcements. I want to remind you guys that next week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we have our Thanksgiving break, which means we have no school. And from September 20th to January 3rd, we have our winter break, which means that we have no school, and I hope that you guys can enjoy the holidays during that time. If this time all teachers can put the winter social idea link in the chat. On January the 19th, 2024, after our winter break, we will be having our winter social. Our winter social will take place January the 19th, 2024. Middle school will be from 5 p.m. to 6:30, and high school will be from 6:30 p.m. to 8. We have a new policy, 1 student per student, and you need a pass from the principal of your friend's school, something in writing saying they have no discipline issues. You can get that from your homeroom teacher. We'll be providing it very soon in order to keep our event totally safe. We will have 2 Fayette County Public Schools officers present at the event. Now, another measure we are taking to keep our event safe is you will be wanded down upon entry. If you have a bag, they will be looking in your bag, so please do not bring anything that can be harmful. This event will have snacks, drinks, food, fun stations, things to do, so we do have to put a price point on it, and it will be $10 from each student, including your friend that you have invited. We accept cash and check, so if you're paying by check, please make it paid out to Success Academy. Last week we started airing our podcast in lieu of my segments, and today we'll be airing episode 2 with Miss Beatty and Mrs. Brown. I hope you guys enjoy. That is all I have for you guys today. I wish that you guys have a great weekend, great next week, because I will not be seeing you guys next week, so I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great few weeks, Golden Eagles.
Interrupt y'all for a minute. Excuse me. It is not. Okay, I'm gonna ask both of y'all the same questions, and I want to see what's the most interesting answer. Okay, what was your first job before you entered the education system? Or if your first job was education, what was your first job? Period.
Okay, first job just in general. My very first job ever was Papa John's.
This is so good.
Making the pizzas.
Ooh. Okay, what about you, Mr. Brown?
I was a lifeguard.
See,
different skill sets, totally different skill sets.
I mean, I'm scared of lifeguards. Last time I almost drowned, one said, "What do I do?"
Lifeguard? Okay, well, I was much better. Trustworthy.
Okay. What is your least favorite class to teach?
That's not nice.
What subject? Well, you're a science teacher, so I mean, out of all the subjects, which have you least enjoyed?
Waves. I don't like teaching the topic of waves. I can't pick a subject or a grade level. People take it personally. I don't like teaching about waves.
Wait, like sound waves? I don't remember that. I mean, I never went to your class, so I mean. So, Ms. Beatty, what is your least favorite subject to teach?
Well, this is an interesting question that I really don't have to answer because I'm not a teacher, so I don't teach any class.
Okay, so if you had, so what is when you were a child, what was your least favorite subject in school?
Math.
Amen. Math is terrible, for real. So if you had to choose one Thanksgiving food to eat for the rest of Thanksgiving, like for every Thanksgiving, you could only eat that food. See, I'm not a fan of green beans, period.
Green bean casserole every day.
I know it's not my question.
Only one food to eat for every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so like, for example, you choose it and like every year you could only eat that for Thanksgiving.
Macaroni and cheese.
Amen. Like in the oven with the real
What'd you say, Max? Macaroni and cheese.
like the real soul. Oh.
Well, not everyone can make it.
Look,
Some
what's
don't-
on the table? Exactly what I'm going to go for.
And there's a big line and I kind of don't want to cut, so yeah. Okay, good. I got nervous first. I was like, oh God. Okay, so what are you most looking forward to tonight?
Tonight?
Today.
Eating. I like food.
I mean, that's the point. So, I mean, it is.
That's what I was looking forward to. I love that I've got to see so many people in person and talk to all their families. That makes me happy, but the food.
What would you say, Miss Beatty?
At this point, the cleanup. because I'm exhausted.
Okay, thank you both for being part of our Thanksgiving podcast.